Welcome to SimpleCertifiedMail.com. This video tutorial will show you how to prepare certified mail cover sheets and labels for a batch job where all items are the same number of pages and use the same size certified mail envelope. Or if you're using our adhesive labels on large flat envelopes or boxes and all pieces are the same weight. Before we begin, there are a few things to note. By default, the batch processing feature is disabled in your account. Please contact client service to enable batch processing. Batch processing requires a basic understanding of how to work with Microsoft Excel spreadsheets, zip files, and PDF files. The first step in preparing your data for import is to format the mailing list as a Microsoft Excel or comma-separated file, also known as a CSV file. Your file name must end in .xlsx, .xls, or .csv. Before you can import your data into our system, it needs to be organized into a spreadsheet. Column headings represent the field names, and each row is an individual mail piece. The column headings highlighted in yellow here are required to be in your spreadsheet. The column headings in blue are optional. Note that your column heading labels do not need to exactly match the headings in our sample spreadsheet. During the import process, you will map your labels to the system labels. In your file, each row must contain a name, at least one address line, a city name, the state, and a 5-digit zip code. When preparing your data, be sure to avoid common mistakes that result in errors during the import process. If your current data has 2 columns for the first and last name, the columns must be combined into a single column in your spreadsheet. Our system limits each cell to 46 characters. In your data, remove all non-alphanumeric characters such as percentage marks, ampersands, and $signs. Once your file is ready, log into your account. Under Create Cover Sheets and Labels, select Batch Jobs. Then click New Job. The first batch job screen appears. Name the batch job. Select an output format. Single group is the default for the batch wizard process that we're using today. If your organization has users divided into several groups, select one of the groups. Multiple groups is only used when sending mixed pieces, so for now, ignore this option. Do not select a job file at this time. You'll do that later in the process. Finally, click Create Job through Wizard to move to the next step. If you've created a single cover sheet or label, this screen will be familiar. Under Step 1, enter the name of the originator of the batch mailing, or select one from the address book. In Step 2, choose the mail piece information. Select the mailing service and whether you want restricted delivery. If your screen shows an Include Postage option and you are using electronic postage, as most clients do, check the box. At the Container option, select the envelope size or SL200 label. Then select the number of pages or weight as appropriate. Make sure to check the box confirming the page count or weight. If you'd like to receive email notification for each piece that is delivered, check the box and enter the proper email. The Date Advance option lets you print cover sheets or labels with electronic postage that has a mailing date of up to 7 days in the future, not counting Sundays. This option is ideal when you're generating many mail pieces for several days before you plan to mail them. For example, if you're preparing 2,000 pieces a day over 4 days before mailing them all on the 5th day. When finished, click Next Step. Now it's time to import the Excel or CSV file that you've prepared. Click Choose File and find the file on your computer. When you're ready, click Next Step. Step 4 is where you match the column names in your Excel or CSV file with the fields available in our system. Pick the column names in your Excel or CSV file that match the input field in the right column. If your list doesn't contain certain fields, such as reference item ID, cost code, or POD recipient, leave them as none. When finished, select Next Step. Step 5 is where you check the imported file to ensure that your data flowed into the correct columns. If it all looks good, click Finish. After uploading, the system then validates each address in your file against the USPS database. This ensures the required information is present to properly process the batch job, including a valid address and zip code. This step takes a few seconds for small lists and around 5 minutes for lists with around 3,000 entries. Click the Refresh button periodically until the status changes to Validated and you see a new file with the word Validation added at the end of the file name. If you see the message Validate Failed, it means you should check the mapping of the data fields between your file and the system to make sure they match. It also may indicate some basic information is missing from your file. Once the information has been corrected, upload a new file. You can learn more by reading the What to Do If Address Validation Fails section at the end of the Batch Processing Wizard Guide found on our website. Next, you have a choice to preview, process, or delete the batch job. The preview process is important to run the first time you mail a list of addresses. Preview checks that all addresses conform to parameters such as maximum of 46 characters per cell and no symbol characters. Preview also creates a PDF file that you can open to review how the cover sheets or labels look. For a file of around 3,000 addresses, the preview process takes approximately 20 minutes. Click Refresh periodically until a third file ending in preview.zip appears in the list. When the process is complete, click the link ending in preview.zip to download the file to your computer. The downloaded file will show you each cover sheet or label, but it will not include postage. Clients often use this as a final verification step before generating a PDF file that contains actual postage. If everything looks good, click the Process link. Process adds postage to the addresses and prepares the final PDF for printing. For large files of 3,000 addresses, it takes approximately 20 minutes. Smaller files process much faster. Click Refresh periodically until a new file ending in .zip appears last in the list. Click it to download to your computer. The zip file contains a final PDF with postage, along with a final validated data file in Excel format for your records. The final step is to print the PDF file like you would any other printable page. All of the cover sheets or labels in your file will print sequentially. That's it. Now you know how to process a batch job where all certified mail letters you're sending are the same number of pages and use the same size envelopes or boxes. Thank you for choosing SimpleCertifiedMail.com. If you have any questions, please reach out via our website or give us a call at 888-462-1750, extension 2. This information is also contained in the Batch Processing Wizard Manual that can be downloaded from our website at SimpleCertifiedMail.com/manuals.